Hi, it's Wednesday, July 9th into Thursday, July the 10th, and welcome to another edition of Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal, live and direct from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex. First things first, thank you so much for watching and listening. And if you haven't done so yet, folks, please get down there in the corner, smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Well, it's kind of becoming a bit of a soap opera with Derek Skubal, whether or not he's pitching the All-Star game or not. We'll get into that in just a second. It's going to be mainly Tiger talk today. A couple of things on the Lions, a couple of basketball notes. I think that's going to be about it. We're not going to go too long. As you know by now, the Tiger game, because of the weather, was moved back 4 hours from 1:10 to 5:10. I think that's a good idea. I think they did the right thing. That's the same storm that rolled through here a little after 1 o'clock today, I think. But let's get our sponsor obligations out of the way here first before we do anything else. If you're planning on hitting the road this summer, you got to make your first stop Frank Beck Chevrolet. Let Beck Service Pros make sure that your vehicle is ready for any trip. That's a good idea. Very good idea. Becks can check all the belts, hoses, electrical connections to make sure that there are no surprises waiting. Get in there, let them also check the brakes, the tires, and especially the cooling and air conditioning units. Have them top off all the fluids. Make sure the tires are good, ready to go, filled in with air if need be. And now there you go. You're roadworthy, no problems. Get out there, enjoy yourselves. You don't have to worry about anything going wrong while you're on your trip. And whether your vacation plans or near or far, make sure your vehicle can make that trip. But just better safe than sorry. Call the service department, 517-849-2886, and make that appointment or stop by Frank Beck Chevrolet and M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. And you can follow them on the web, too, by the way, at frankbeckchevy.com. Come experience the Frank Beck Chevrolet difference. It's great advice. Get in there and have everything checked out. Make sure you're good to go, ready to go on that trip, whether it be around this great state or somewhere around this great nation of ours this summer. Make sure that your vehicle is roadworthy, no problems, safe, everything is good to go. Get that checkup. That's great advice. Chevy Drives, Southern Michigan. Chevrolet together, let's drive. And of course, Frank Beck Chevrolet is indeed, as I've said time and time again, the number one Chevrolet selling dealership in our tri-state area. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance, BarrettINS.com, protecting your dreams on the corner in downtown Jonesville on the corner of M99 and US 12. Pardon me, 517-849-1000, Barrett Insurance on the corner, as I said, US 12 and M99 in downtown Jonesville, BarrettINS.com, Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. So it's going to become a soap opera here. Whether or not Derek Skubal is going to be pitching in the All-Star game in Atlanta on Tuesday. AJ Hinch does a bi-weekly radio show with the flagship station for the Tigers, 97.1 The Ticket. He told Jim Costa and Jeff Ricker this morning, it's Aaron Boone's decision. Yankee manager Aaron Boone says, who starts the game? And it looks like he's going with his guy, his pitcher, Max Fried, who's had a good season. I think he's got one more win than Skubal does. Skubal's got a better ERA, but I think the general consensus is that Skubal's the best pitcher in baseball right now. So there's a reason The Tigers haven't named their starting rotation for the upcoming series with the Mariners in Detroit. You go there right now and look at it. It says TBA, to be announced. They're probably not going to announce that for a couple of days yet. They don't have to. But here's the dig. Right now, Skubal is scheduled to pitch on Saturday. Had he been named the starter by Aaron Boone, the Tigers could have pitched him on Friday. That would have given him 3 days rest, and he could have pitched an inning or two on Tuesday. If he's not going to start, Hinch said this morning he probably won't pitch at all, which means, okay, they'll pitch him here in Detroit on Saturday. Well, as I said earlier, if he pitches Saturday, he certainly isn't going to be pitching anywhere to anybody on just 2 days rest. We'll see how this plays out right now, but you see who all the pressure is going to be on right now. From the fans at Major League Baseball and the commissioner, Rob Manfred. The criticism is all going to fall on Aaron Boone, not on A.J. Hinch. And Aaron Boone is going to be asked, as he rightfully should be, where's Terrence Skubal? Because Max Fried is starting, and I tell you right now, the first pitcher out of that bullpen is going to be the Red Sox pitcher, whose name is, I'll think of it in a couple of seconds here. Garrett Crochet, that's it. Yeah. He'll be the first one out of the bullpen for the American League. So, Hinch did say this morning, if Skubal doesn't start, he won't be pitching Tuesday, which tells me he'll be starting for the Tigers on Saturday against the Mariners. Which means Reese Olson's starting tonight, but the off day tomorrow. If he's not pitching in the All-Star game, Casey Mize will pitch on Friday. Skubal will pitch on Saturday, and more than likely, Cater Montero will go on Sunday. If he were to pitch or start the game on Tuesday, he would have started Friday, and Casey Mize would have started the game on Saturday. But the criticism will all fall on the shoulders of Aaron Boone. I'm not saying Max Fried isn't good. He is good. Like I said, he's got one more win than Skubal, but Skubal's got a better ERA, and I think Skubal has more strikeouts. And I think the general consensus among fans and those who are in the know as far as Major League Baseball goes that he's the best pitcher around right now. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, though, if the end of the season comes around and their numbers are close, and Skubal may be deserving of another Cy Young award, it's probably going to go to Max Fried of the Yankees. And you're asking me why? Because he's a Yankee. I don't think it matters if the Yankees make the playoffs or not. But let's face it, if you play in New York, the media capital of the world, you have a distinct advantage when it comes to things like this. Is it fair? No. But I think Hinch is handling this the right way. He's putting all the pressure on Aaron Boone. He doesn't have a degree in psychology from Stanford for nothing. The guy knows what he's doing. Anyway, Tigers won last night, 5 in a row. They go for the sweep against the Mariners a little later on. Colt Keith was a hero last night with 3 RBI and a 4-2 win. His 2-run homer in the 7th inning was the difference in the game. One thing of note too, I'm noticing this. Baseball is such a funny sport. It's so unpredictable. The Tigers completely shut down the Guardians this past weekend in Cleveland. Great pitching. Is it great pitching or bad hitting? They're catching Cleveland at the right time when they're not hitting. So when the Tigers left Cleveland, the Guardians were working on a 10-game losing streak. Then they had to immediately fly down to Houston and take on what some people consider to be the hottest team in baseball, the Houston Astros, who had just swept the Dodgers. Guardians weren't scoring any runs, but the last couple of nights they bombarded Houston pitching. They beat them last night 10-6, beat them the night before. Yeah, they're actually going for a sweep against the Guardians tonight. The Guardians are actually going for a sweep against the Astros. That's how crazy this game is. Well, food for thought. 4 teams as we approach the. Hinch was also asked this morning about the impending trade deadline, and he said yes. He and Scott Harris, the president, and Jeff Greenberg, the general manager, pretty much talk every day. But lately, they've been focused on the draft, the amateur draft, with the first round taking place on Sunday night. That's on their plate right now. Once the draft is over with, then they can concentrate on the trade deadline. But the fact that Tyler Holton, the Tiger left-hander out of the bullpen, has gotten his act together, that's like they've already acquired another pitcher for the bullpen. It's too bad. It's too bad that the Tiger coaching staff, including pitching coach Chris Fetter, they don't do interviews. We just don't hear anything from the Tigers coaching staff. None of them. And I'd like to hear Chris Fetter's explanation of how he got Tyler Holton squared away. The way he's pitching now, this is the Tyler Holton we've had for the last couple of years, dominating out of the bullpen. Right up until the last week or so, he simply hasn't been effective at all this year. Part of the issue was command. From what I saw from him on Sunday in the game against Cleveland, striking out the side on all called third strikes. You just tell by watching him walk off the mound, he's a different pitcher now. He's got that something in his walk. He's saying, I mean, you can see he's saying to himself, okay, I got it back now. I got it now. I got this now. I got it back. I'm squared away. I'm okay. Just the way he walked off the mound after getting a call third strike to end the inning in Cleveland on Sunday. So he struck out the side all on a call third strike. I know listening to Dodger games when I was living in LA, listen to Don Drysdale, Hall of Fame pitcher, who died much too young, by the way. He would always say, especially about a pitcher, if you start to doubt yourself, especially as a pitcher, if you start to doubt yourself just a little bit, you're in a whole lot of trouble. You can just tell by the way Holton carries himself right now. He's got his confidence back. And let's hope he stays this way now for the rest of the year. It's too bad we don't hear anything from Chris Fetter on how he got him squared away or anything like that, or what the issue was. But that's good to see. That's like they've already made a trade here before the trade deadline. They've already run out and got some relief help for the back end of the bullpen. Some guy named Tyler Holton. Nice going, Chris Fetter. Maybe one day we'll find out what the issue was, but it's good to have Tyler Holton back. The old Tyler Holton. By the way, the whole Tiger bullpen now looks like they might have gotten their acts together, squared away. And that's good to see. Anyway, they come into the game tonight 59-34. 25 games over 500. Talk a little bit about this because we don't have a lot of time. We'll talk about it on Friday. The race in the American League Central, folks, is over and done. The race right now is for seeding, playoff seeding in the American League. You've got your 3 division winners. 2 of the 3 division winners. It's seeding. The 2 teams with the most wins, first and second wins. Team with the most wins is the first seed. Team with the second most wins is the second seed, and so on. That's what happened to Houston last year. They won the division. But the Yankees and the Guardians finished with better records than they did. So they had to play a first-round wildcard round. And we all know what happened there. So the battle right now is between the Blue Jays, Tigers, Blue Jays, and the Astros. And I said, 2 of those 3 teams will get a first-round bye in the playoffs. And if you could avoid that wild card round, More power to you. That's where the division is right now. Seeding, playoff seeding in the American League among those three teams. In fact, I think Toronto is about to surpass Houston. I think if the playoffs started today, the Tigers and the Blue Jays, it's close. Both have a first round bye, and I don't know what happened to the Astros. They went out to LA and swept the Dodgers. Slaughtered them. I mean, none of those games were close. They swept 3 games out there. Come home and they face a team that had lost 10 games in a row in Cleveland. And now they've lost the first 2 games. Danger of getting swept tonight. That's baseball. Excuse me for saying so. I can say it while I'm doing this podcast. Shit happens sometimes in baseball. I can't say that on WCSR, but I can say it here. And this is one time for Houston's sake that it has happened. Now they are battling some injuries. Their shortstop, young hotshot shortstop, Pena is out with a broken rib. Yordan Alvarez is on the IL, so they do have some injuries right now. But this is the same team that went to LA and swept the Dodgers. I said, well, let me sneak in here. They might have caught a break too. Tigers, I think, caught a break. As you know, starting Friday, they have a 3-game series with the Mariners in Detroit, and they might have caught a break because I think the Mariners' 2 best pitchers are pitching tonight and tomorrow night in New York against the Yankees. Logan Evans pitching for the Mariners tonight. He's 3-2 with an ERA of 2.96. Tomorrow night, Brian Wu, 8-4 with an ERA of 2.77. I think those are the Mariners' 2 best starters, and the Tigers are going to miss them. Let's get these lineups out of the way here, and we'll finish it off with a couple of short notes. Jack Littell pitching tonight, right-hander for the Rays. He's 7-7, but he does have an ERA of 3.5. He's a right-hander. Reese Olson pitching for the Tigers tonight, 4-3, an ERA of 2.89. Here's the Tiger lineup. Cole Keith will lead off at third base. Gleyber Torres will bat second at second base. Wenceel Perez will hit third at right field. Riley Green will hit cleanup. He's the DH. Spencer Torkelson, who hit his 21st last night, will hit bat fifth and play first base. Zach McKinstry, who's been quickly becoming a cult hero in Detroit, will bat sixth and play shortstop. Matt Verling will hit seventh in left field. Parker Meadows will bat eighth in center field. And Jake Rogers is catching tonight. He'll bat ninth to round out the lineup. Before I forget, too, let me slip this in. As always, a good word for a good man, because without his help and assistance, we wouldn't be doing this right now. I'm running too long. I got to talk fast. Tim Lilly, Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walton Street. Any technical issues you have at all in the tech field, tech services, this is the place. This is the place in our area to go for any tech services. 37 Walton Street, downtown Hillsdale, directly across the street from Pat Jack's Automotive. Couple hundred, maybe 100 yards west of Howell Street. 517-610-5372. Anything at all, computers, new use, flat screen TV, mounting, programming, maybe you're changing internet providers, you need that installed, printers, new reuse, anything at all. Please, folks, get in there and see Tim or one of his staff. They're more than capable of resolving any technical issues you have. This is the only place in our area to go. 517-610-5372, or as I said, get in there and see them at 37 Walter Street. And when you do, tell them I can make you session, will you? Thank you very much. Couple of quick things before we get out of here. Maybe a break for the Pistons. The Indiana Pacers have announced that Tyreke Halliburton will miss all of next year with that Achilles. As you remember, he hurt that in the playoffs against OKC. He's out. And Achilles is something that takes a while to heal from, and that's too bad. But it's official. Tyreek Halliburton will miss the entire 2025-26 season for the Indiana Pacers. I hate to see anybody get hurt, but let's be honest. That's a windfall for the Pistons. Uh, uh, is there anything else I might have missed here? I don't think so. Oh yeah, one last thing. The Lions. The Lions rookies report a week from today, the 16th, to Inlet Park. The rest of the squad 3 days later, on Saturday the 19th. The next day, Sunday the 20th, which is a week from Sunday, the first full squad workout. And of course, then they have the July 31st Hall of Fame game in Canton against the LA Chargers. And as I mentioned before, the Lions during this training camp season will be having a couple of joint practice sessions with the Miami Dolphins in Inlet Park, and then a week later with the Houston Texans in Inlet Park, both leading up to a preseason game on Saturday. If you're thinking about tickets for that, forget about it. They went on sale. They went on sale on July the 15th, or will be going on sale. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That was June 15th. Nope, I stand corrected. They will be going on sale on July 15th. That's my understanding. They're gone. They're gone in within 60 seconds. I mean, they don't have that many. Most of the seating for practice sessions is reserved for season ticket holders. Maybe as it should be, but they don't have a lot of room anyway. But it's a magnificent venue there. The Meyer Performance Center now in Inlet Park is what it's called. And from what the renovations they've made there, it's a marvelous facility now for the Lions in training camp. But okay, so football season is almost here. That's going to do it for us. Don't forget, I'll talk to you all again on Friday, Saturday morning, of course, here locally from 9 to 10. Time out with Andy and Jed on WCSR 92.1 FM. And then I will talk to you once again, as I said, on Friday. So until then, have a good rest of your evening. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I really appreciate that. Remember, please treat each other with respect. So until Friday, I'll simply say so long, everybody, and go Tigers.